Hello, hello, JJ DiGeronimo here with Together We Seek. And as you know, I'm always out seeking, and I am super excited to bring to you today an energy that just crossed my path. I have never heard of scalar energy. And when I met Tom Paladino, it was really incredible. He gave me so much information and so much opportunity from really the first conversation. So, Tom, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the invite, JJ. Thank you.
So tell us what is scalar energy?
It's not electricity. Scalar energy, scalar light, it's the energy of the sun and the stars. We are going back to the first cause of the universe. This is the energy that drives the stars. It's fundamental. And I've developed instruments that control that energy. That's the key to my research.
So you are essentially capturing the energy from the sun and the stars.
That's right. That's right. And why is that important? Because energy is fundamental. Energy dictates nature. And if I can go back to that first cause, then I can control therefrom creation. I mean that quite literally. Energy gives
Mm.
us a command over nature.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Gotta slow down right there. Wait a minute. Command over nature. What are you saying with this?
Yeah. If energy is fundamental, it is. Energy dictates nature. Energy is the creator, so to speak. It's a creative strength of God. So when I control this energy, this scalar energy, I have access to the spiritual, the mental, the physical realm. So everything starts with instructions, with energy. Energy are the instructions. Therefrom, we see creation, if you will, play out.
This is mind blowing to me, I have to say. I mean, I do a lot of spiritual work, and I'm like, wait a minute, we're capturing the energy from the star and the sun, and then we're reusing it in other ways based on tools you've created. Okay,
Yes.
I want to talk about the tools, but first I want to talk about how did this find you? I mean, how did you even know to do this?
Tesla was the first man to harness scalar energy. And when he was harnessing this energy, he was able to create, say, artificial lightning bolts. He was able to power cars. He was able to illuminate light bulbs. He demonstrated that this control over nature, scalar energy, was, if you will, the entranceway, the pathway to controlling creation.
Scrolling creation. Yeah, I'm having a hard time with this. You've got to help me because I feel like we should be aligned with nature. I feel like nature is our biggest teacher. And now you're
Agreed.
saying we're trying to use the energy of nature to sort of outsmart nature. Is that right?
No, we're using it hand in hand. For instance,
Mhm.
behind me is a scalar energy instrument. I'm going to demonstrate it's operating right now. It's the energy is so strong that it can illuminate a light bulb in my hand. So that's a free energy instrument. That's a miniature star, if you will. So what am I saying? That we work hand in hand with this energy to overcome the energy crisis. This is a tool, and we work hand in hand with this energy to improve the human condition.
All right, I'm on board. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. And I know so many of these people that study environmental justice and all of this. This is very interesting. Okay, so Tesla was the first noted uh innovator that found the energy. But how did it find you? How did you get in this stream of consciousness?
Yeah, this stream of consciousness, that's a good point. God got me into this. God gave me the wisdom. God gave me the insight. I started at a young age. I was actually a teenager and I was reading about Nikola Tesla. And I knew through my gifts that I could understand this and then eventually develop some type of instrumentation to work with this energy. And here I am 50 years later, and I'm living that lifestyle.
So you've created some tools to harness this energy. So,
Yes.
God gave you the gift. You happen to find a book about Tesla that talked about it. It just the synchronicities in your life have brought you to the point where you've been able to capture, encapsulate, and repurpose the energy. So,
Yes.
how does this happen? Like, do you find people along your path that help you? What are the tools you're creating?
Mm. Yeah, the people that have helped me have been of great assistance. I had a predecessor, and his name was Galen Hieronymus and his wife Sarah. They were scalar energy researchers, and I actually studied under this family, the Hieronymus family. So I'm not the originator, to make this very clear, but it is a small, if you will, audience of scalar energy researchers. And the key to my research is I am no longer working with electricity and magnetism. There's a different dimension, a superior dimension of energy, scalar energy, in which whatever we can achieve with electricity, we can achieve now with scalar energy at a much more what I would consider versatile effect. Our function is increased with scalar energy.
So it seems to me like people should be knocking down your doors, but there's these people called lobbyists and other people that are trying to keep stuff like this contained. So
You're right.
where do you think we are on this scalar light energy? Where do you think we are on the journey of people using this?
I would say, JT, within the next 3 to 5 years, people will become aware of this. The word is getting out. There's just too many advantages to this. It's simple, it's easy, it's painless. It's not dangerous like so many other types of energy generation. So the next 3 to 5 years is education. Thereafter, the ball will get rolling and people will demand it. This is a new industry. This industry, scalar energy, will change the social order. This technology is so advanced, it will change the course of history.
That's incredible. It's incredible. And so how does it ultimately help humans?
Well, that's a good point. When I work with this energy, it's not a biological process. I want to make that very clear to your audience. When I work with this energy, I work through force field, through energy fields of a photograph. People will email me a photograph, and a photograph carries a signature of a person. So I never work with people in flesh. It's not a biological session. It's an energetic session through force fields. And I've discovered that a person's photograph carries their energy field. So to make this completely safe and affordable and easy, people don't fly to my laboratory. People email me their photograph and I access their energy field on the photograph. It makes much more sense than working with people in the flesh and having to deal with chemical consequences.
And what does that mean, chemical consequences?
Well, let's face it. If we're looking at medicine today, there's negative side effects. How can you
Mhm.
have a negative side effect with a photograph? You cannot. My work is simple, flawless, painless because I work with the energy field on a photograph. My work is flawless because it's energy. Energy never makes a mistake. It's painless because a photograph cannot experience an allergic reaction or become nauseous, if you will. So working through energy
Mm.
fields, it's a different level of health. It's non-physical intelligence. It's not physical chemical medicine.
Okay, I'm loving it. And I sent my photo, so I know about this. But let's share, how will people feel it? How will they
Yep.
know it's working?
Yeah. For instance, last night the energy was so strong I treated myself and others. Last night I slept, for instance, 7 hours without interruption. Why? This energy imparts this intelligence, this divine intelligence on the psyche, on our chakras, on our brain waves. And many people, as a result, they're much calmer. They can sleep without interruption. Their dream state is enhanced, or their memory is recall is enhanced. Now, how is that possible through a photograph? Because the photograph carries the energy of a person. And my energy field was accessed last night during this powerful transmission. So this is again above the chemical realm. This is the realm of intelligence in which we always have a guaranteed outcome. I'll repeat that. Working at the level of light, energy is flawless. I always have a guaranteed positive outcome.
There's so many questions. I feel like I'm not even getting past like the corner of the iceberg. So, I mean, I'm just going to keep asking questions. So, how do you capture this energy? So, like you're doing this, you're putting these photos, I'm assuming, on a wall, and then you're shining this solar energy called
Right,
scalar light.
right.
Uh, right. So, how do you capture this energy?
Through this instrument. These are custom built instruments. I actually take photographs of people and I
Mhm.
place them inside the instrument. And as soon as a person's photograph has been introduced into this environment, their energy field receives that transmission. Really quickly, I'm just going to pan over to show part of the instrument. These are custom built scalar energy instruments. They're rather high tech. And the key to my work is I'm accessing a different dimension. This is not the electromagnetic Newtonian dimension. This is a higher dimension, a dimension of intelligence, divine intelligence.
So are you selling these devices or are you selling the service or how is, where do you see this going?
I sell the service because the laboratory is immense. This is only part of the laboratory. I can't reproduce my laboratory. I just don't have the means to. So I'm selling the service. I want people to sign up for our 15-day free session to experience this. First and foremost, people have to have some type of working knowledge. After 2, 3 years down the road, people have a working knowledge of what I'm doing, then this should take off and it should develop and, if you will, snowball on its own.
All right. Well, I'm going to put that in the chat right now for anyone watching now or later. I'm going to put it in the chat so that you can check out and submit your photo. It sounds like this energy can balance and help so many people. Do you see that they'll start to use it medically, or do you think it'll always be like sort of on the outskirts, slowly moving into mainstream society?
Who knows? It really is going to depend upon the general public either accepting this and wanting this and demanding it, or this will always be, if you will, on the outside, a fringe. It is a new science. Without equivocation, the world has to learn about this. So I have a lot of work ahead of me to teach people over the next 2 to 3 years.
Yes, you sure do, because I feel like it's really hard to get people to wrap their mind around this,
Yeah,
So if we want to summarize it, we're essentially pulling energy from the stars and the sun into a device or encapsulating it and then repurposing. I was thinking of
yes,
like refraction or repurposing it
yes,
to heal, it sounds
yes.
like.
Exactly. And that's the point. Behind me is a miniature star. We're not working with electricity. So the energy of a star can heal soul, mind, and body, but it does through the intelligence, through the realm of intelligence. It's never a chemical. And we
Mm.
don't work with the biological person. We work with the aura or the energy field of a person. So we never work with a human being per se. We work with the force field of a person.
All right. So if you want to try this, you're listening, you want to reach out to Tom, check below. We have his website, scalarlight.com. You can submit a picture for a 15-day trial. I think it's really fantastic. Why did you think it took off way back when Tesla found it?
Tesla was so brilliant, and he was able to properly address this and, if you will, impart his wisdom. But there was a smear campaign against him eventually, and that's what was his undoing, not to his fault. So today we have the internet. Tesla did not have the internet. And today, because we have the internet and we can widely diffuse this message, it's getting out there.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, now with social and people like us, my friend Annetta, who interviewed you, I mean, she told me you've got to interview Tom. He has tapped into an energy that could heal our chakras and our energy field. And as you can imagine, of course, I was like, absolutely. How do I find him? How do I get access to him? And I
Thank you.
think, there's an energy on the planet, whether people want to recognize it or not, that is suppressing our wisdom, suppressing our
Yes.
innovation. And so, are you nervous about that, or how do you feel about that?
No, you're absolutely right. There is the military industrial complex is intimidated by this. It's free energy with the free infrastructure. Now, if this energy can replace an expensive energy with an expensive infrastructure, what does that mean? It means a new way of living. Free energy will liberate mankind. And there's some people who want that and some people who do not want that.
My husband just went down and put solar panels in Colombia. And wouldn't it be so nice if they could access energy without those panels?
Yeah, yeah. That day is coming. Scalar energy will be that day.
Mm. Yeah, because I feel like with the Aquarius, right? Venus is moving into, or I'm sorry, Pluto's moving into Aquarius, after the last thousands and thousands and thousands of years. This is the time. And I don't know if you feel this way. I know we're similar in age, but I feel like all the work I've done up this point is really for what is ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jake. I agree. The world, it expands, it keeps multiplying every year. The possibilities, we've never had this technology before. So I think the future is very bright, pun intended.
Yeah, and how are you funding your work?
Barely, barely.
Yes.
I just get by. Let's face it. Yeah,
Yes, I can relate to that in a lot of ways because I'm so passionate about educating and bringing new energies, new technology forward that are really going to allow us to step into our light and even illuminate our path forward. And I think scalar energy is one of those awakening moments where you're like, wait a minute, is there another way to live? Is there another source of energy? And how do I get access to the people that have already tapped into it?
yeah. Thank you so much. And I appreciate your audience. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Technology changes the world. This technology, there's nothing like it, people. Free energy from the sun and the stars, no chemical consequences, no negative side effects. This is it. This is what we've been looking for.
This seems like a no-brainer. And if people want to use it on a bigger level, what does that look like?
Well, on a bigger level, we have to get people involved and we have to start developing scalar energy instruments to power cities. The problem is very few researchers want to devote a lifetime to this. This does not come easy. This is a new branch of physics. Without getting too far into the weeds here, I have had to spend years, decades trying to understand this energy because it's not electricity. And in so doing, I've had to write my textbook as I went along.
Well, I think that's shifting. I think that the wisdom within the planet and that is coming through here soon. I believe that we're going to have an influx of experiences, wisdom, and beings that are going to come down and help us kind of activate some of these things that only a few have known about, such as you.
No. Let's hope that is soon because the world can use this technology today. This technology will solve problems. That's what I'm all about as a researcher. I perform. I'm performance driven. This technology will solve problems. Let's move forward.
And so, how many of you are on the planet right now working with scalar light
You know,
energy?
I might know of only 2 or 3 people who have bona fide scalar energy instruments and know what they're doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, hopefully this excites you, people that are listening. I hope you reach out to Tom, ask him questions, sign up for his 15-day trial with the photo. And, how else can we find you, Tom? What else are you working on? Where are you showing up?
Yeah, just go to my website, scalarlight.com. That's my focal point. Remember, I'm only one researcher, so I can't spread myself thin. My key is to research. I've developed a great program now. I've enhanced the energy, and we're seeing a significant improvement in the health, what I call the energetic health of people. So the website is the key.
All right. And what else should I have asked you? What else do you want to share about your work, the technology, and what's ahead?
What's ahead, people, is we need answers once again. Now imagine if this free energy does not pollute, there's no carbon footprint, it's an unlimited source of energy. Imagine if we tap into that instead of coal, instead of nuclear, instead of oil. Well, this is the future once again. The ability to tap into sunlight, starlight, without any negative consequence, without any carbon footprint. I realize people want a green revolution. This is as green as you get because there's no chemicals. We're not working at the physical chemical level. We're working at the level of intelligence. You cannot have pollution at the level of intelligence.
That is so powerful. And I honestly can't wait to share this discussion with even my daughter who takes environmental justice classes and is working on, so many neat new technologies and her teacher, because I find that there are people out there that should know about this, that need to research it further, that need to help connect the dots. Because, like
Yeah,
you said, there's 3 people, but there could be 300 in the next few years and
you're right.
3,000.
You're
And
right.
people
Thank you.
want new ways of doing things. And if we can tap into the energy of the stars, the moon, I mean, why not? Why not? Yes, it will definitely impact some big businesses, but the benefit to the collective is unmeasurable.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. You're right. That's the key. One scalar energy instrument can impact millions of people. For instance, today in my laboratory earlier, I was working with 500,000 photographs. photographs can be miniaturized. So one scalar energy instrument in a day could work with 10, 20 million photographs in a day at the energetic level, not the biochemical level.
Mm. So powerful, so powerful. Well, once again, we have found an amazing human doing amazing work to really up level humans, our collective energy, and how we work together on the planet. So, Tom, I am so honored that you have crossed my path, and I am looking forward to sharing this new energy to me, not new energy to you, but scalar energy with everyone that I come in contact so that we continue to have a ripple effect on the people that know about it and the things that we do with it.
Thank you so much. I agree.
Thank, yeah, thank you. I look forward to catching up again. Thank you for joining us.